Hello there, I'm Martins1, also known as the Diamond Monkey, and I'm going to be showing you a few quick battles which I've played and I enjoyed, and I'm going to be telling you a bit about my tactics in this. So the first map is Zen Garden against Sniper Monkey 5 something or other, and so I'm going to attempt to do is to try and beat him, but without being too mean. Unfortunately, he's really laggy. So I'm sorry about that. I'm going to be using a very simple strategy, which is the strategy which is currently probably most used by most people. There's another boat strat, but I prefer this. So I use farms, mortar, ninja, and tack, and that really will defend for a long time. As you can see, his connection is really dodgy, and the slow-mo is like killing me. So I asked him, can he sort out this lag? Because it was honestly horrifying. But yeah, so because it's slightly slower lag, I'll probably give you a slightly more in-depth analysis of my strategy, because I have the time. So yeah, this time I actually get, so the ninja I get first in this one, and then I get attack down. If I was playing something like Koth, I'm uploading some King of the Hill battle, that's Koth battles right now, I wouldn't be able to do that. I should have started with probably the mortar and then getting a ninja up for round 2, but you know, oh well, it'll defend because this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. Anyway, so I can see straight away he gets a ninja, and ninjas can't defend grouped balloons, like grouped reds. The grouped balloons are all the ones on the top row, and the ones on the bottom row are normally space balloons until you get like past pinks and stuff, and then it just goes random. But up until that point, you can pretty much predict what it's going to be. Anyway, as you can see, because I haven't really got any group hopping power, I'm going to leap, and that's what was really weak with this strategy for me, is that I didn't get up what I needed to, which was a mortar, which can easily destroy all those group reds, and I'm having a bit of a tough time. But I get up my 3-0 attack sometime soon. It's for round 4 because you need it for round 4, and he's gone and got his 3-0 or 3-1. I'm not really sure. Ninja Monkey, and that will probably defend reds, but it most definitely will not be defending loads of pinks and stuff, and definitely not when I layer them, which is hopefully what I'm going to do. I can't remember exactly what I did, but yeah, for now it's holding off. With my 3-0 attack, I have enough group popping power for these reds, and I'm doing absolutely fine. But I'm probably going to need a little bit more for round 4, because it's quite tough. So, do I rush him with pinks? I should have rushed him with pinks. And yeah, so because it was really laggy, I kind of skipped a bit because it's really boring. And as you can see, I got my Ring of Fire for round 8 right now. Should really have had it up for round 6, which is probably what I had. And he's got a decent defense, but it's over defending, and he hasn't got enough eco whatsoever. So normally I wouldn't want to Regrow rush him because that's really boring, but I decided I'm going to plan to Regrow rush him because this lag is actually unbearable right now. And I'm just, yeah, he's constantly losing connection to the server like this. I mean, this is why I pause and everything. It's really boring. So honestly, I'm just trying to farm as much as I can, and because he doesn't really, I don't think he really understands the game too well, because the fact is that really the Ninja Monkey and the Boomerang aren't the best way to do this, and he hasn't gone enough eco really. I mean, he has gone quite a bit eco, but on Zen Garden I don't think that he has gone enough eco, especially compared to my farms. I'm just going to make him really weak to some Regrow rushes. So what he could do is get what do you call it? The Boomerang, which is a 3-0 Boomerang, that's right, and that'll defend Regrow Rainbows on reasonably long wraps. Probably need a couple on this one if it's a big one, but he's not getting one up, so I'm thinking to try and like get rid of this lag, I'm just going to try and get through this as soon as possible. Yeah, so round 10, you're going to probably leak if you just have a Ring of Fire and a Ninja. So really, you want to be getting up your mortar then, and you want to have Bernie stuff, but I didn't quite get up at the time, so I leaked a bit, but it's not going to be a bit of a big issue. So yeah, round 12, he has absolutely no camo lead defense, so that's a shame. So I'm probably going to go for that now, because that's clearly where he's lacking. What am I doing? So I'm now deciding between, should I go for a Regrow Rainbow Rush, or should I go for the Regrow LEDs, and the camo LEDs. And the Regrow Rainbow Rush is just going to be a lot quicker. So although it's probably more expensive, it's probably more likely to kill him. So I'm still weighing up those options in my head. I'm trying to ensure that I have enough defense for round 13. All I have to do really is sell a couple of my farms and get another Ring of Fire, or perhaps a Maelstrom, and I'll defend a really big Regrow Rainbow Rush. And he does have enough money, so he probably could do it. So I'm preparing to sell my farms in preparation for this rush. And here we go, Regrow Rainbow Rush, and I sell another farm. I'm going to go all out. I can't let him defend this, but he has absolutely no chance. And actually, his Boomerang's really just regrow farming, as is his Ninja, and he has no chance really. And what I could have done, but I didn't do here because probably not necessarily, is add camos to when he's distracted, but I didn't because it's not necessary. Anyway, so here's another game I played, and so we're playing on Hydrodam, which is a really tough map, and I'm against Hoang Thi Hei Han 2015. Sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. So yeah, I'm going to use what is my favourite strategy on this, which is Ninja, Boomer, Mortar, and Farms. And I prefer that one, but there are some other ones which use Bow, and some which use Eco. But basically, it's a pretty simple one. You can either start with a Ninja or a Mortar. I start with a Ninja here. So he's got his Boomerangs, and I'm just thinking, Boomerangs can't really defend against like pinks unless he gets a what do you call it, a Bionic Boomer. So the Bionic Boomer is really expensive. So I'm hoping that he's going to get one, and if he doesn't, I'm just going to rush with pinks, because either way, he's going to be at a disadvantage to my strategy, which is much cheaper. So I'm going to rush with just simple reds, because I don't think that can quite handle all these reds, and hopefully it'll force him to get up a bit more defense. As you can see, he's starting to really chase those balloons, and that's going to mean that he's going to start losing lives. And what often happens when people in quick battles, they often get really stressed about that. They'll upgrade their defense, and that means they spend money, and they have less money to spend on other things. So as you can see, he gets up his Boomerang. I say, yeah, fancy Boomerang strat, because I've never seen a Boomerang strat like this before. But it's defending for now, but it's way too expensive to be able to get a decent eco. So, you know, he's rushing me, and that's why it's really key to get this mortar, because as you can see, as soon as some group reds go through, my ninja's going to start to struggle, which is why I upgraded him, just to ensure that he wouldn't struggle too badly. So for round 4, you really need to get a 2-1 ninja and another 1-1 ninja for pinks. And I don't think that this Boomerang is going to be able to hold off layered pinks. So I'm going to try and layer some pinks in with all the other things, but it might work. I don't know. And yeah, he's not doing too badly, and he starts to rush me with pinks, and that means I need to get another ninja. And I'm not doing too badly. I want to see if he's going to continue or if it's just a short one, but he seems to be continuing, so I get that ninja up. And I lose a couple of lives, but I'm not doing too badly. And then, as you can see, he gets a boat up, so, you know, he's now got some really weird strategy, which is using Boomer boat, and, like, I don't know what's going on over there, but the fact is that he's not going to be able to defend blacks at this rate, I don't think. So I'm preparing for that, and I've been sending loads of pinks just to drain him of lives, to try and make him put up more defense, and he's seeming to do well enough. He's not leaking anymore, so I decide to just say, screw the pinks, they're not working anymore. So I start to get my farms up instead. Farm eco is the eco I'm going for here, and I really shouldn't be spending too much on pinks and stuff, other eco. I need to be getting up some eco, so that I can probably defend around 13 rush or send around 13 rush, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with this and hope that I will be able to survive round 6 with this. So I get a 0-2 mortar. I'll upgrade it to 0-2 so that for round 6 it can survive. Normally that will work decent enough. You might need to upgrade a ninja slightly, but that normally does okay. And then for round 8 I'm going to be getting up hopefully the same a boomerang, a 3-0 boomerang, and basically this is what he's got, which will defend Regrow blacks and Regrow yellows, which is really dangerous on this map. And if you see that people don't have that, then that's a really good thing to go for. Obviously he has that 3-0 boomerang, so I can't really do that here. I'm just microwaving my mortar to try and save as many lives as possible, because lives on this tend to just slowly leak downwards, and actually I find that just saving those few lives will normally work if you're not going to spend any money for it and you're not losing anything else in favour of that. So I'm preparing my boomer. I've got my 3-0 or maybe 3-1, I'm not sure, ninja, and I'm prepared really for round 8. I'm actually going to farm really heavily because I don't think this guy knows about the round 8 rushes. So if he does, I'll just sell a flat farm and get up that 3-0 boomer, but otherwise I'm just going to keep it at 2-0 so that it's ready, but I don't need to waste that money. And I'm just going to keep farming because the fact is I can just sell a farm really. So notice now that he's got 2 3-0 boomers, and that's quite dangerous because that is often enough to survive a big Regrow Rainbow Rush, which is probably what I was going to go for in the first place because they're really hard to survive in this map. So the boomers themselves probably aren't quite enough, but they probably could defend a pretty small one or a medium-sized one if they had a little bit of extra defense. So I'm going to keep that farming going, and I decided that it's probably time to just get that ricochet up because my defense, as you can see, is starting to struggle against just greens. If he decides to go for yellows, I'm going to really need that boomer. And right now I'm thinking of loads of other things, and I don't really want to forget. If I was on a proper game, I probably wouldn't have done that. It's probably not a great move, but I don't think this guy is going to know about all the tough rushes, and so I don't really need the absolute best eco. I just need a decent eco. Anyway, as you can see, I'm sending Regrow Leds because I'm forcing him to get up to upgrade. Yeah, as you can see, now it's a 3-2 boomer, and that means that he can actually pop the leads. But in that time, I've just made sure he's upgrading, make sure that they're not being lazy in their defense, and pressure them a bit, because often it can make them panic and upgrade their defense when they really don't need to. As you can see, he defended that absolutely fine. So I'm now thinking Regrow Rainbow Rush would work pretty well if I can get a decently sized one, which I think I can because I've got a bit of money saved up, I've got farms to sell, I'm, set up for this, hopefully. Anyways, I'm preparing for it, I'm ready, I've sold them all, and I actually sold them so fast, he must have realised what I was going for, but apparently he didn't. Anyway, what I did here is, you've got to notice, I send camos underneath, because the fact is that his camo detection is not going to be able to spot it after it gets sent, and that's actually one of the things that contributes to his death, had he been able to beat the Regrow Rainbow Rush, which he did pretty well. Anyway, so the next game is against Sebastian55, and we're on Ink Blot again. Well, not again actually, we haven't done it, have we? But I'm going to be using the strat that you'll see me using on Ink Blot pretty much always, which is Tack, Ninja, Mortar, and Farms. I think, for me, this is the best strategy. There are other strategies out there, but I prefer this one because I really like being able to farm on this map, because it's really difficult to defeat Regrow Rainbow Rushes on this if you don't have Tack, and a lot of people don't bring Tack. It's also really difficult to beat Ceramics, Regrow Leads, and then it's virtually impossible to constantly beating Moabs on this, and I haven't really met anyone on quick battles who can really survive a round 18 Moab on this without taking it down with an ability or something. So I want to do a mortar start. This is my favoured start. It's able to defeat lots of the reds, and then for round 2 I get a quick ninja, and that's normally enough. I'm sending constant reds at him. This is really important as part of my strategy because he has not got any group popping power. And actually he just got some up. So as you can see, he got a bomb up, but I did make him lose a few lives, and I made him spend that money on a bomb. His defense is a lot more expensive than my defense, and that means that he's not going to be able to afford things, and he's losing lives, and he's losing money, and it's just going to mean that overall he's going to be doing worse. However, I'm not doing that much damage to him, but it is decent eco, I suppose, so it's not too bad. But I stopped now because I want to be getting up my tack sprayer for round 4. But I'm going to be really aggressive and send these layered pinks towards him, and he's just leaking quite bad to these. I'm just going to try and layer them in with blues, and really, if I look back on this, I shouldn't have been layering them in with blues whatsoever because he wasn't prepared for that. Anyway, as you can see, he's sending me nothing, which means I'm just chilling over here, and I really shouldn't have actually got that tack sprayer up. I didn't need to get my tack sprayer up, but I did because I'm trying to get used to like exactly where I should be putting things, but I really need to be a bit more greedy. And I noticed that he's kind of getting a little bit more defense, so I keep sending pinks because I need to pressure him and I need to make him send that more. But as I sent my last amount of pinks, I realised he was just defending them now after spending that much in defense, and there's no point sending any more. And I decided instead to get a farm up, start getting my farm eco ready and good. Anyway, so for round 6, I'm going to get a ring of fire up, as if he starts rushing me. Otherwise, I could probably just chill here. I mean, but he's starting to rush me, so I'm thinking maybe I should get out for round 6. But you know, he stops rushing, and I'm fine for greens. So you know what? I'm actually just going to chill here, going to do nothing. I'm going to be really, really lazy, and instead I'm just going to layer in some blacks and pinks and blues and greens all together to try and make him spend even more on his defense. Also, a really good thing about sending it out theirs is they're so worried about whether or not they're leaking, they're not going to look at your defense and realise, like me, I couldn't really defend blacks here with this defense. I'd have to get like Bernie stuff maybe, and a couple of upgrades on the ninja, and maybe even or just sell for a ring of fire. But I can't actually afford that. But if he does do that, I'll just sell a farm and get it up. But he's really not doing that, and for round 8 I would definitely should have ring of fire. But instead I'm being really, really greedy right now. And I sell them all now because I decide that's probably not a good idea. To keep waiting any longer, because he could catch me out like round 10 pinks would just destroy me. I wouldn't be able to get up in time. What he hasn't got enough is Regrow black, Regrow yellow defense, and I'm going to exploit that, make sure that he's focusing on his screen, spending some money on that. But he defends pretty well. He leaks a bit, but not too badly. And he says no. I feel a bit bad for him, so I kind of stopped rushing him for a bit. But, you know, he's got the 3-0 attack though, actually, and that's really good. So for round 10, you're going to need a ninja at least in the back, and really, if they send anything hard, you're probably going to need to start getting up your mortar, which you're definitely going to need to do for round 12, and I do just in time. But, you know, I'm doing fine. And then he's sending some zebras and stuff and random balloons at me, and it's not very organised attack. And that means that my ring of fire is just going to destroy it. As with my ninja at the back, just going to clean up any remainders. And I want to, actually I want to see if his wizard is on camo, and it is. So I'm like, okay, so I can't really exploit there, because that means he does have camo lead. But I sell everything for a Regrow Rainbow Rush. And he just has no chance. I don't even layer in the camos because there's just no point, and he's completely dead. And yeah. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. Bye.